As you already know, AP Bio is a great course to take as well as a great exam to sit for, especially if you're a budding scientist or a future health professional or you're just obsessed with Punnett squares. The AP Bio exam clocks in at a solid 3 hours. That might seem a tad excessive when you learn that an appendectomy can be performed in under an hour, so this is a 3-appy situation, if you will. And if you're a future doctor, it's a nice warm-up for the 7.5-hour marathon that is the MCAT. Kudos to you for getting a head start. As of May 2020, the AP Bio exam is changing. We've released a brand new, fully updated edition of our Cracking the AP Biology Exam Guidebook to help you master this latest exam. Here's what's most important to know about the overhauled exam. It's still going to be split into multiple choice and free response sections, but the pacing and content have changed, and I'm here bearing good news. These changes are actually better for you. On the multiple choice side, the test is dropping from 69 questions to a much more manageable 60 questions. Thankfully, you'll still have an hour and 30 minutes to complete this section. That means more time per question. How much more? A luxurious, roomy 12 extra seconds per question. That doesn't sound like a lot when I frame it that way, but the extra time really can make a difference. Speaking of time management, now would be a good moment to remind you that there's no penalty for guessing, so never ever leave anything blank. Now, you'll still be asked to answer discrete questions, meaning one-offs, as well as questions in sets, usually 4 or 5 per set, but the updated exam will no longer have grid-in questions. Folks, if I had confetti, I'd be throwing it up in the air right now. But to all of you math gurus out there, worry not. You'll still have questions that assess mathematical calculations, but they'll be in multiple choice now, so it'll be easier to check and confirm your answers. No more being off by a single digit. Thankfully, you'll still have an hour and 30 minutes to complete this full section, and it's still worth 50% of your exam score. Let's move on to free response. Not to be outdone by its multiple choice counterpart, this section also is changing for 2020. Previously, the free responses contained 8 questions, 2 long ones with 1 which was lab or data-based, and 6 short answer questions, each requiring response or argument roughly the length of a paragraph. Now you'll only have to answer a total of 6 free response questions. That's a 25% reduction. There will still be 2 long questions, both of which will ask you to interpret and evaluate the results of an experiment. And be prepared, one of those questions will require graphing. You'll then have 4 short answer questions. These will be focused on scientific investigation, conceptual analysis, analysis of a model or visual representation, and analysis of data. And once again, you'll have an hour and 30 minutes to complete this entire section. And as you might have guessed, the free response questions will make up the other 50% of your total score. And if you're worried about doing quick arithmetic, don't be. You will be allowed to use a calculator on this exam. You could bring a 4-function, complete with square root, scientific, or graphing calculator. Folks, again, pick up a copy of our brand new AP Biology book to get the latest content review along with a number of practice tests. Our fully updated premium edition has 5 full-length practice tests, and our standard edition features 2. Whatever you choose, you will have plenty of opportunities to practice, folks. Again, thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel so you can stay on top of all of the AP updates.